Okay, hey, we're continuing on with synthesis. Mycroft, say hi. The other day I had him make a cameo appearance, unwanted, with his voice. And then last time I showed a picture of him, but some people were like, hey, can you just show him in the video? So here he is, Mycroft, say hi. He's not really into it right now, so Mycroft, go play. Today we're going to continue on with synthesis. As I mentioned, we're looking for nuggets, and I'm going to start with this source here from the New Yorker. So this is Men and Lewis, Masters of the Matrix. So I will give you time to read it, and then you're going to look for a nugget. The one that I really like here is that television has dumbed down the issues. Okay, so I would just copy and paste that and put that into my document. Okay, and that's down here at the bottom. In support of our position, we are anti-TV. And then later on, you can like put a perfect lead in and type it all nicely into your essay. So this is, you could either, if you're in a hurry, you could put C, or you could put like the New Yorker. Make it look pretty later on. Okay. So that's a great nugget because we're arguing against TV having a positive impact on presidential elections. I like the other nugget here that says that's really a triumph of image over content. Okay, so shouldn't the content be more important when it comes to presidential elections? But because of TV, it matters more like how they look in a suit, okay, and how they look on camera. Do they look fresh? Okay. And again, you can put the New Yorker, and you would tie it into like, okay, maybe some rhetorical question. Is this really more important than the issues and the content? You can fix that later on so that it's not all underlined. And then you could just talk about how, you know, people listened to it on the radio thought it was pretty much even, and then people who watched it on TV thought that JFK won, so that kind of skews results. Okay, so here's a charter graphic. This is the next part. This is the Nielsen ratings. Nielsen ratings take a look at how many people are watching a show at any one time on any one station. So then again, you don't have to use this. If you read it and you're like, I can't figure out anything what I should say, it's not required, but I'm going to point out some things. So I could pause it here again and let you take a look at this. Okay, so here, if you know a little bit about American history and American presidents, you would know that in 1980, you see how it spiked to 80 million. Reagan was running. And Reagan, before he ran for president, was governor of California, and before that, he was an actor. Okay, so again, so you're adding a movie star into the mix, and naturally the ratings go up. So that kind of just shows you, like, I don't know, it's a little bit of a satire on America. Fast forward to today. Okay. So, and then you could see in 1996, you get all these channels. Now there's more channels before: ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox. So more channels than the previous years, but yet the number is the smallest. So then you could make some sort of point about a diminished interest in politics, even though you're deciding the leader of the free world. So lots of things you could point out about this chart, the Nielsen ratings. Then let's go to the next one. So you scroll down to E. So I'll pause it here so you can read Austin Manning, Channels of Power, the Impact of TV on American Politics. So again, you're not required to use every source. So if you don't want to use this one, you don't have to, or if you run out of time, I would use this one because, again, I would talk about how TV has such a strong impact on presidential elections and kind of reveals how like superficial and reactive Americans can be. Here the president says, he realized after this coverage by Cronkite on the Vietnam War that American people trusted Walter Cronkite more than any other American to tell it the way it is. Okay, so you could copy and paste that nugget, and then you go back into the document, and then you use that to synthesize your argument against TV. Okay, and here's another one. This was Ted Koppel, off camera, private thoughts made public. I will pause it here so you can take a look at this one. And a couple of nuggets here that I like. I love as an AP Lang teacher, it was an act of rhetorical contortion for one man to address himself to what one of his rivals had said. So basically in the debate, they have these agendas and they're just trying to get their agenda out. And they're contorting themselves to answer to make it seem like they're answering the question from the moderator, but really they're just trying to get their agenda across. Okay. And then I like the cotton candy for the mind. So that's a great nugget, and you can put that in. So you put all those in, and then at the bottom I have a spot. This is just what I do for my class. Outside knowledge in support of my position. Okay, a couple things here. A few years ago, President Trump attacked another candidate for having small hands during a debate. So again, realizing or revealing to the American public, like, wow, how silly are these debates becoming when we're not talking about the issues and we're talking about the size of your opponent's hands. Okay, and now that person is a Secretary of State. Got it. And then we're getting ready for the Super Bowl, or the Super Bowl is happening now this month. So more people will watch the Chiefs than who watched the presidential debate. Again, despite the fact that the latter has a much more important impact on the world. So just to reiterate, you're looking for nuggets in support of your position. They could come from outside knowledge, and they need to come from at least 3 of the sources. And I like to use CNC, concede, and counter. And then I can go back and talk about my hook. And maybe I would use that outside knowledge fact about how, isn't it sad that more people were going to watch the Chiefs than who watched the presidential election and the presidential debates? Because whoever becomes president of America has more of an impact on the world than Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce or whoever he's dating at the time. I hope this was helpful.